With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Herbert off of play action. Throw left side complete. That's Ramsey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. At the start of the division, looks like a 3-and-out. And for a team that hasn't won a game in a while, that's tough.
And what we have to look out for and keep an eye on is the same thing that their coaches are doing. Wanting to see if guys are going to get discouraged early and sag because of what's happened in the recent losing streak. Can they stay with it despite a tough first drive? And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass charge.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, last week he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there first quarter.
Yeah, help me out because we watched tape together before this game. We were watching what he did last week. Did that field tilt in his favor when he was just running downhill? It certainly felt like it, didn't it? It felt like it on that play as well. They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. On fourth down, on his groupie to try the field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a fit.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing into? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's the safety, Antonio Johnson, who dragged him down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ramsey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Antonio Johnson is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Let's go
now 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. 3rd down and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some last yardage plays.
And he's finally taken down. It's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. ETN up the middle. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that 1st quarter and come back with their 1st points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen.
Herbert has it knocked free, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They'll run on first down. Ramsey. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Ramsey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll roll him, and he's taken down by his own 7. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise,
and they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make the play and get through and record the sack.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know we're just in the second quarter, and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Terry McLaurin from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Herbert now. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. To the air again, Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ramsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And running with power here. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And the lead is down to 2. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Chargers 17.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably hurt.
And now here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ramsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's not just the offensive lineman and the guys charged with protecting him that take it personally. When the franchise quarterback is dropped on the ground, it runs through the whole organization from the owner all the way down.
It's like every single time. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Groupie able to add the PAT, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. They take a... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
All came together for the offense on that one. A short throw that turned into a nice pickup. Big-time yardage downfield, and as a defender, against that type of a route, you'd better take the proper angles. Otherwise, that's the end result. You give up a big chunk of yardage to the offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A point after, good by Groupie. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Jaguars 19.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him, but what a return. It'll be first and goal.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
12 yards. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Jaguars 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Let's get that touch.
Back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Left end 19. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Quick pass out to Miller. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
24-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holiday. Again, Herbert. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Herbert. Smith-Njigba with the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Here's Herbert. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 8. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Now back to throw. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
this possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
On the jump.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Herbert on 1st down now. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert going to change the play here.
And the Chargers 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Completion left side to Miller. Touchdown Chargers. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Jaguars 26.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Nash. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's first down. Now Herbert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Herbert going to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now 2nd and 4. Herbert. Open man, it's Palmer. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Throwing, Herbert. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30. Final 2 seconds. This is it. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That is incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even into overtime we go. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 54 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ramsey, and strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
52 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Charles, any chance they go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they played offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they put up. They feel confident that they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up keeping the ball up. You end up throwing a pick. Everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out. I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Herbert now. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Herbert. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive, so now sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
3rd and 3.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ramsey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
Up the middle they go. Ramsey, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime.